the ominous other who made reality. Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm the existential designer. Well, I know all the whole bunch of theories of the rest of that stuff. I could talk to you about or explain or debate or say, oh, that's a pro or that's a con or that's illegal or that's illegal. To the best of my knowledge. If you're looking about independent conversion stuff of the overlapping realms, the USA calls that the Independent Federal Constitutional Republic. It has to do with, the overlapping realms of the, let's say the elemental land versus the cosmic astral plane sky. Realm is metaphorical and literal, and the monarchies have claimed it. And why the U.S. has an independent conversion on it, because they're free from the occupation of monarchies. And that gets into the for in a moment clause, which is Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8. All the Section 8 anarchy. My God, it was... The AO was Article 1 of the anarchy. But it was actually not Section 8. It was Section 9, Clause 8. It was, some hints there. The For the Moment Act plus the First Amendment is why they're allowed to be called landlords. Yeah, they really need the First Amendment with that. It's really... freedom of speech on that. Okay, but yeah, I invented reality, the objective reality, and why I call myself the existential designer, who, designed the dwellings in objective reality in all things within it, including all the beings. There are 206 character, of which humans have bones, and the curse fates are on being fates for all of them. Because the human curse fates are just the first 5, but are 6 with the overlapping realm. That goes through the Oriental Asian, where they actually have monarchies, such as the Japanese emperor stuff. And of course, through their overlapping realms with the Arabs, who have a lot of monarchy stuff. Of course, there's monarchy stuff everywhere. But there's a lot of independent conversion stuff as well. And the different separations of monarchies also depend on the independent conversion stuff, such as the USA, to separate from each other. Of course, there's AD, put second with the 1 and divided with India and Southeast Asia on the border oceans. But AB is the Centaurian. The overlapping realm is of that character is in fact correct. That is actually an interdimensional being type character who can move within realms metaphorically and literally of overlapping dimensional realm theories. But it's really about a kind of like sins, and then Senate is where all the madness is. The eye and eating a bunch of zombies on that, probably. But that's actually the main thing is an actual mansion library that was nicknamed the Senator's Library. It's just a nickname. But that's most of the inspiration. And of course, AB is the notion of 2 squares which equal a rectangle and that's the door. And of course, the OR, the red orange, is the doorknob of the OR move. And then the Centaurian character is the locks. The something in nothing theory on the stipulation. And of course, to the word source, then, everything's in character, and then to the word source. What we have there, we have 3 squares instead of 2, which is the stipulated door. And then that's got the main thing of the O in the corner, then the free space of the original notion of R. And the overlapping realms in there again. So then that gets into a ton of stuff. With doors though, I did name one character, besides BA actually being the monkey and all the portal stuff where the word key came from. Because of AB, but BA. And then a lowercase b with a bunch of A's on the end for the key. That is actually the monkey. I named a character the key possessor. That's JD Gold Green. They use that for door jams. So, jams. So that's going to be the hinges on one side, the jam there, and the other side, the locks and stuff. And that's what door jams are, because I named that character JD Door Jams. I didn't mean to. That's just what they called it after I named it. That's the key possessor, which is the door jams. Okay. And then back to the word source. Ton more on locks and keys and everything, bolts and everything. That even has fences inside. I mean, it's bolted fence, everything, everything they can stipulate on a door, right? When it comes to the world notions of overlapping realms, the independent conversion, the OR is the water. And so it is the ocean wave, the overlapping realms. It's not prime colors at all. Okay, it's OR from AB. AB is how you swim. AB, and then OR is the front stroke. AB is the breaststroke. Okay, and on that corner is the CAP with all the boat stuff. The captain stuff and everything. But the sun, the whole thing is RC is the realm changer, the last valley. And that is neon orange and yellow. So that's what the sunrises and sunsets are going to be. Okay. And also, tennis rackets are in the tennis net from those just in our hand. Okay. But they use the QGs and OJs with that and the V's on. But anyway, the realm changer, so sunrise and sunsets. So if you look at the ocean, the opposite reflection of the sunrises and sunsets, you'll see a dot and then the line of the opposite reflection of the sun. That's going to be the eye. And then they call those ORs the ocean. And that's the independent conversion. Those ORs are the ICs. Okay. So, I hope that helps you a little bit. Of course, it's actually the white people, alright, who are the dweller reps. Like, you couldn't tell with their hair color, I don't know what you're doing. There were 4 of them. Yeah, they're big stipulators on yellow and white. I mean, that was just the W portion. You know, that's all the eyes. You know, the brown people with white hair is going to be the bone behind the eyes. Of course, the dwellers, I named two. That's BH, the magma dweller, orange-white, so you got two eyeballs, two O's that are white. And then KK is the other dweller I named. That's the shadow dweller, so that's the pupils. Black KK. So again, it's not the Panther, that's KC. And then the neutral colors are the other dweller. You know, it was regular Rainbow 7, then the neutral, HL. And then Neon 7, then Pastel 7. And then, so that dweller of the neutrals is going to be the white people with brown hair. Okay. And then the word source dweller. Oh, and also that character is the Wizard of Light. HL, so you get the house lights. The 8 L's, but then times 2, and there's 16 of house lights and headlights. You know, you do the alternator. To get headlights, you gotta go through the alternator. So. Alright, and then of course the word source dweller, the fourth dweller, is the blue-eyed blondes. Okay, that's going to be the oval lid peaks. You may have seen police with blue and gold of oval lid peaks, and I see everything. Yeah, you better open your eyes out there, people. Better open your eyes. No, police are for everyone in the USA, not just blue-eyed blondes. Well, it definitely wasn't Mexicans. It is blue-eyed blondes of the dwellers. You know, of course, the brown people, the Bob's Hero switch. Yeah. Brown people represent the torso and the voodoo was the hint to before and on the earth, liver and lungs, and that's going to be sun and magma. These people are not smart, I swear to God. No, I'm just joking. And then, you know, the voodoo heart shape of the earth represent before and on the earth, liver and lungs, sun and magma. And then, of course, the AL notion is very important. That's the red-brown of lactic acid, which is the last character in the first row, or column. And then the word source is the design of the stomach. So that's in there, too. And, of course, the gold people are represent the hips. And the old J's there, OJ's and the blue, purple, violets of the word source and genitalia designs. Everybody knows the Jesus God story and all that stuff was a hint. You know, but also the, you know, it's represented, or all representing the limbs with the, having the L limb and then the hinge is not weak, and then the joint grabbers. Yeah, they threw the Mexico on there with the joint grabber. Now that's all blue. One brown, one black, I'll tell you how much. Well, I know for a fact, because E, O, and X are regular rainbow blue, neon blue, and pastel blue. E, O, and X. So, yeah, but 100% the white people will con them all. So, there might be like Arabian and Oriental bathroom stuff, you might wonder, in all these A's. That's because, remember, white people are cannibal con artists who ate half their people and half everyone else's. But thank God somebody mentioned, hey, let's con this whole thing and eat animals. What a great idea. Thank God for that person, that cannibal. Alright, but the white people will con them all, and that's why everything's in the dwellings. But in the United States of America, you know, it's equal rights. So, brown and gold people are also allowed to live in the dwellings if it's legal for them to do so. But it is con them all, cannibal, con artists, white people of the AC, and the rep of the dwellers. Okay, thank you very much.